which I intended to do. If you working at motherfucking McDonald's,
Every woman ain't no good woman.
this ain't for them
But
then.
anyway, welcome to A Million Minds podcast where we have a million opinions on the subjects and everything else. Today we got my boy Zayy-Tickett. Ticket, the biggest ticket. I'm telling you, call him more than the Beyonce ticket. We got my boy here today. My boy had some controversial shit today on Facebook for damn show. It pissed some niggas off. A lot of women was like, yeah, and you know, it is what it is. So go ahead and introduce yourself and let
Man,
me know
what's
what's going
happening?
on.
What's happening, man?
Yeah,
Zayy-Tickett, you know what I'm saying? You know, from the trenches, Zayy-Tickett representing for the trenches, but I don't speak for just the trenches. I really speak for the whole generation, you know? Ain't
yeah.
shit to it.
Okay. Now tap in about what you said today. Go ahead and run it through the screen here, let everybody see.
Earlier, earlier, man, I'm speaking on this whole 50-50 thing. I think people took it out of context, which I intended to do. Because like when you post in a Facebook status, you really can't go into detail to
Yeah,
what you really talking about. It's really like a seed that you
yeah,
planting. And it did exactly what I wanted it to do. I
right.
planted that seed, I got everybody talking. That's what I wanted. But now we here live in the flesh. Now we can really get into some shit. You know?
Facts. Facts all day. That,
Hold
that was
on.
going on for me.
I got hold on, but as far as vulgar language you know what I'm saying, I can say, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
Yeah,
keep all right,
certain
you know what?
extent. We gonna keep it to a certain extent, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I got you. But
Just for me,
yeah,
you know, shit going
um, first and foremost, man, I think people took it out of context because they didn't envision themselves in a superior role. You know what I'm saying? Like,
on.
first and foremost, if you working at motherfucking McDonald's, no, hey, you got to get it how you live,
Right, right.
but you not really in a position to provide with that
Right.
type of income.
Yeah.
But that don't mean you can't. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, this is for people who done found themselves. Like, they done did their individual work. They done went off, they done their healing, got in the gym, went to
Right.
therapy, they in church. They really took the time out to go and fix themselves and heal themselves. Once you become at a certain level of in your healing process and you
Mhm.
making the money, you know what I'm saying, you on point with everything, you are going to be able to provide. And what I mean by that is you gonna want a woman to provide for, but you're gonna want a woman that know how to do something with what you bringing to the table.
Facts.
Nah, this is not that toxic stuff. This ain't that toxic, you know what I'm saying? The stuff that we used to seeing. This is not that. We actually building dynasties over here. I feel like a lot of people looked at their personal situation and they took offense to it. And
A
I
lot.
get it because I myself when I first heard this concept, I took offense to it because I knew I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But then I thought about it. I said, why can't I do that? Why can't I be a provider? Why can't I be the best version of me to be able to do that?
Right.
And I ain't gonna lie, I didn't take offense to it no more. I said, hey, this is what I aspire to be. This is really where it's at. Cause we so limited. We so limited in what we think. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We so
Facts.
limited. So it's really not no jab at somebody in a personal situation that looking at their bank account and they like, I can't take her, I can't provide. That's okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
okay. But now you got something. I set the standard. Now you got something to now you hey, oh my goodness, who let my sister in here? Oh my god. Anyways, now what I did, I raised the bar. The problem is we got people out here trying to lower the bar.
Yeah.
No, the standard is what the standard is. even me myself, I even got work to put in to even reach that standard. But really what I'm saying is like when you become the ultimate version of yourself, you gonna want to provide. It's dudes out there right now, they looking at their bank account and they getting offended off what I'm saying because they know they can't provide. That's okay. Now you know what you gotta work on. Because there's no way you going to your highest level of you. You making the most money in your career. Your body, you done got in the gym. You done went to therapy. You done went to church. You healed. You are going to, as a man, you are going to want to provide and you're going to want to lead. But you're going to want to lead that same exact entity that come in woman form. Not, and that's another thing. I know a lot of females was I know
Yeah.
a lot of females was like, I like what he talking about, but baby, if you
Let,
cannot be
let,
led, if you're
let
not a
me say this.
superior woman,
Let me say this. Okay. Cause a lot of people probably look at me like a womanizer or some shit like that. But it's just the honest to God truth about it is every woman ain't no good woman. You know what I'm saying? Like
facts. That's
some
facts.
people get, some people get the word worth misconstrued. Like you can feel like you worth a man that makes six figures, but like a video I watched earlier, it don't make sense. You make 30,000 a year. The average American is making 40,000 a year.
That's not gonna get it.
Exactly. Like you
That's
having
not gonna get it.
your
That's
peak
not gonna get it.
ask for something like that. It's like a woman asking for a Louis bag when you can't even afford a real MK bag. MK bag like $100, $200. But you got
Hey,
the nerve
it,
to ask a nigga that got his stuff together for that just because he
but
got it.
but you want to know what I like about this conversation? Because it don't even apply to that type of situation. This
Right.
applied to a woman who is on this man's level. This is not this don't apply to no. This apply to a man who went and did the work. He put the work in. This apply to a woman who went and put the work in herself. I think we live in a society where we so used to we dealing with toxic situations and we just you know what I'm
Uh,
saying at a certain age you should not have to be healing after all your relationships.
Facts. Facts.
If you having to go through a healing process after every relationship you've been in,
You
at
take
what point you gotta look in the mirror and say, what part of me do I need to fix so I don't have to keep going through this? And me, I did that. I did that. I was not the best man to my ex. You know what I'm saying? But not taking all the blame. Hey, it take two to tango.
on God. On God, you
It
ain't lying.
take two to tango. So
That,
I'm just taking my share of what I could have did better.
yeah.
But I got alone and I said, damn, what do I need to fix about me so that this don't happen no more? You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And in my journey, I discovered what a superior man is. That's a man who he's physically, mentally, financially, spiritually, and emotionally sound.
Facts.
That type of man wants to provide for a woman who is that.
Agreed. I
I'm
know I
not talking
like
about
shit online and shit.
I'm not talking about saving nobody. I'm not
Yeah.
talking about coming to a woman life, save her,
Facts.
pay all her bills. And
Now,
no, this is not that.
it's a mixed signal in that because I mean, just to be real about it, a lot of people that share that type of shit, saying they deserve this and that, they not fully healed. They not even at their peak of where they should be, and to me that's a big issue because
This ain't
I
for
think
them, boss.
yeah, huh?
This ain't for them then. This ain't
Exactly.
for them.
They like to, they like the kids
You
like
know what
kids
it is?
grown folks business.
You know what it is? People we live in a generation, people are so entitled that
Yes.
they wanna put themselves in that position because they wanna reap the rewards for some work
Yes.
they didn't put in.
Yes. Don't nobody want to build no
They wanna reap the benefits. They wanna see the reward of some work they ain't put in.
business.
This not for you. This not
Yeah,
for you. What
People
I'm
don't
talking about,
realize.
what I'm talking about is for the people who done really sat alone and got themselves together and bossed their life up and
Facts.
met at the top. You want to know what I don't like about my community, man? We actually we actually cater to damaged people.
We
And
do.
I hate it because I done it before.
We do.
I have dealt with a damaged female, and I done made a female deal with a damaged version of me.
Facts.
That don't do nothing for either one of us. It's time to break that cycle. It's time for me to go excel in my personal life. You go excel in your personal life, and when we meet at the top, I will be that provider for you.
Right, right. That's if it's meant to
And
be. Yeah.
I
Most
seen
definitely.
I seen I seen a lot of dudes. I seen somebody say, what about if my woman make more money than me? And I said, listen, that's a better sit. That's even better.
Yeah.
She got even more money to reinvest into the household. She
Facts.
got even more because you gotta think how I think. I don't want to work forever and
Hell
die.
no. Don't nobody want you going.
I don't want to work forever and die. I want to
Yeah.
meet somebody that I can express a plan to take us out of this matrix. I want to be able to come home and say, "Hey, I'm Shorty. What you think about buying some rental homes? Or what you think about getting into trading? Or what you think about opening up your own retail store?" Now we talking. If I'm providing the right way, she should be able to easily reinvest into my vision. But how
Yeah.
can she reinvest if she going 50-50 with the bills?
It depends, bro. It's very possible. It depends on your.
How?
It depends on your outlook on
How?
things.
How? It's 100% possible.
Yeah, yeah, it is. But like for me, the way I explain to people all the time, I tell them like, yo, 50-50 is 100%. You know what I'm saying? It's
50,
just
bro,
y'all
you said
collectively
some
bring it together and it makes it a
you
hundred type thing. You know what I'm saying?
it
But
make it 100, but you wanna know what else?
but
If you are a man and you're not in position
hmm
to provide 100% without hurting yourself, this
hmm
don't apply to you. This
I
don't
feel
apply to
you.
you. I
But
do not want nobody going.
in the same breath though, I don't feel like a man has to be 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause our grandparents, shit like that, parents, they weren't 100%. But you have
Yeah,
these
but
certain
bro,
situations
bro,
where
bro,
people
this
can
is not. This
actually
is this ain't them times.
make something of
Hey,
it. You know what I'm saying? Now I feel you though. I
hey,
know where you're coming from, but what I'm saying,
hey.
that same storyline ain't always. You know what I'm saying? Some people like I know couples that done realize the man on child support getting his ass towed, hardly making anything, the woman holding it down, and now the story is they both flourish in their careers, making hella money, can afford whatever. He can pay for it or she can pay for it. And it got to that point where it don't matter who paid for it because both of them winning. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like this. Is what I feel, man. And this is my personal opinion. I feel like people took my personal opinion to heart because they applied it to their personal life. That's not
Right.
what this was for. This was just something for you to aspire to be. You know what I'm saying? I feel what you're saying, but this ain't the 60s and 50s and 70s with our grandparents. This a whole different day and age of love. We
Yeah.
don't like, and I'm not saying that those same common principles don't apply, but what I'm saying is we live in a generation now, we can really freestyle what we want. Like we really can, we ain't gotta have the modern day, you know what I'm saying, love dynamic. But what I'm talking about is like I done did 50-50 with a woman. It wasn't good. And I didn't even no kid was even involved. I know how they make us feel. We working every day. We coming home. We don't got no plan. We just paying bills. We might go to Dallas. We might go to Little Rock. We might go to Shreveport. It's more to life than that. And I feel like if you simple minded, then you don't. This conversation ain't even for you. This ain't even for you. But if you know that there's more out there for you in life, then you have to take to what I'm saying into consideration because it's not saying it ain't no leeching. I seen some females. It's some females who got the wrong idea what I was saying,
Oh, yeah.
and they was more like, they was like, yeah, preach ticket, Preach ticket.
That's my issue though, because
And
a lot
I
of women
got something
look
for
at it
them.
like you a fucking man. You supposed to do that. I ain't supposed to do shit. Cause I mean, in reality, you ain't got to. Like I done paid all the bills, and when I look back at it, you know, it what really the common denominator is who you doing it for and who you doing it with. You can't do it with
Who
a
you doing it for?
person
Yeah.
that ain't got no mentality like, damn, he is doing this and that. You know what I'm saying? Let me help here and there. Now you can't do that with them lower level type people that
See,
can't
but see,
provide nothing into
I'm
the.
glad I'm glad you I'm
You know
glad
what I'm
you
saying?
went through that because now you got something to learn from. Now you got something to learn from. I'm telling you, it's perfectly fine. Am I pop? Oh shit. We having technical difficulties again. All right. What you did wasn't wrong. It's just that you gotta do those certain type of things with certain type of people. But when
Right.
we young and coming up, we don't know those things. We keep
Now,
making them type of mistakes.
and then
This
another
don't
thing,
apply to that. Hey, this don't apply to that.
yeah, no, I agree.
I want this.
But when you talk about that, you gotta talk about every avenue of that. It's like,
Yeah, but it's only so. But sis, but that's what the podcast for.
yeah, fact,
On the
fact.
Facebook,
And,
I can.
and that's what we gonna do. We gonna deep dive there because like the way I feel about it, a lot of women ain't realistic. They ain't realistic. In this world of time, you got inflation at an all-time high. Inflation ain't going nowhere probably to about 24, 25. You know this because you in the crypto stocks and shit like I am.
Definitely.
And we know this ain't going nowhere. And the fact that most men are only making about 40, the average American making $40,000 a year. It's a very small pool of men that are even close to touching 100K. And I can definitely speak for myself. Like, bro, it took me years to see numbers like that. It took me years. And I took care of a girl I'm in a relationship and take care of my household. It's not easy. I did that with 65. But nowadays, it ain't realistic. You can't expect a man to give you your hair done, your nails done, buy you Gucci, buy you the new Jordan dropping.
Why can't you? Why can't you?
Shit. Like it's hard. You can't do that with a
Now,
girl.
don't get me wrong. You can't expect that on a small salary. But that's why I like this conversation because that's a challenge to me. In my mind, when you said what you just said, you know what it made me think? I gotta figure out a way to make that shit possible. But you gotta think. People don't think how I think. I'm
Yeah.
into stocks. I'm into trading. Every morning I'm on the charts.
I
I
know.
know that it's possible for me. I know that it's possible for me to make.
Yeah.
I can eat. It's realistically speaking.
So we pushing all that to the side. We ain't pushing no hustle, no hobby. You know what I'm saying? Just
But
like
no, though you have. But think about it though.
yeah,
You have to. You got to bring that up because if a man was to ask me, Zay, if I'm gonna be the sole provider, how am I gonna do that?
facts. You
And if
do.
I
You
was to
gotta
just
ask
throw
yourself
stuff, if
that.
huh?
Listen, you no, I'm saying you gotta ask yourself that. But in the same
Yeah,
breath,
not if
a real
because you
man
got to think. You got to think.
wouldn't
A
allow you
lot of
to
people,
push
a lot
yourself
of people ain't been
to your limit.
exposed to what we done been exposed to. So if a man was to ask me, okay, Zay, you say I gotta be the sole provider. How am I gonna do that if I work a 9 to 5? And I'll be like, I'm glad you asked me that, nigga. It's real estate that you can get into. It's trading that you can get into. Google, get on Facebook, get on YouTube University. You can
Yeah,
get into trading. You can get into flipping cars. It's so many hustles out there that could
yeah.
put you in a 6-figure range outside of a job. And
Drink chill, okay?
that's that's
You
once you listen, once you tap into that and you figure out your lane and you like, I can do this, you can put like 2-3 years of hard, solid work in and become that provider. A
right,
lot of dudes seen that status and they they took it personal because they looked at their bank account right now. They know they can't provide right now. That's not what that status was meant for. That status was to tell dudes that, you know what, I really can go and get that. Like, I ain't there now, but I can aspire to be that. Not only can I aspire to be that, I also aspire to have a woman who's worth that. I
Yeah.
don't want just I don't want Ashley that's at the Dapper every goddamn Saturday. You know what
Facts.
I'm saying? Looking for a ride home. That's not what we doing.
Nah, hell no.
We trying to become real men so we can build with real queens. A
Yeah.
lot of people had a comment but did not fit the description. You know, we live in this social media era where everybody's so entitled, but nobody looked in the mirror and said, I really need to step up my grind if I want to be a provider like what Zay talking about. And
Facts.
I'm looking at him like, I'm here with you. I don't even fit the description right now.
Yeah, I
But
feel
that's
you.
what I aspire to be. And I don't make no excuses for myself. I just put the work in. And granted, somebody could come up and say, Zay, how you speaking all this and you not living like that? I give you that. But my answer to that would be, I'm a visionary. I can see it. I don't necessarily have to be living in it right now to be able to see the vision. I see the vision. I want to be that man. I'm gonna be that man to be a provider. But that's because I know that I'm dedicated into putting in the individual work. I'm dedicated to healing. I'm dedicated to working out in the gym and getting my body right. I'm dedicated into figuring out how to trade successfully so I can be a six-figure dude. I am dedicated to those things that's gonna lead me to be able to be the right provider. And a lot of dudes can't relate to being dedicated to being them best selves. So when I say what I say, it offends them. And it's like, brother, it's not to offend you.
Facts. It's just
It's
motivation.
to tell you step your game up. And not only step your game up, but be mindful of who you bring on that journey with you. Be mindful of who you do come in contact with in your love relationship
Facts.
with a woman,
And I
because
think
that's going to determine how far this goes.
that's I think that's a lot has a lot to do with it. You gotta determine who you want to be with. You gotta know who you being with. You know what I'm saying? You can't just take care of a household with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like you
You
can't just
can't, you can't.
it's impossible to do it. Just pick
Facts.
a random person and just do that shit. And I think a lot of I ain't even mad at men and shit about it because some of the shit women say is fucked up. I get it, it's fucked up. But some of the shit, the way niggas operate too, is fucked up. And so it's like a even kill with this shit for me. Cause I tell people all the time, I got two sayings: more do you wrong than right. That's just a common fact of life. And so if you could accept that fact that more people wrong than right, you got halfway life conquered in your emotions. And for
That's
two,
that's why I was like, it was a lot. I ain't gonna lie, man. It was
yeah,
females inboxing. It was females inboxing me. It was like, Zay, you speaking it, and I really kept it. I was like, appreciate it, but I really wanted to say, you agreeing, but you're not that woman that
fact, and that be the hard part to do. I be wanting to say the real thing. I
you're not
just
that
want
you're
to
not
say
that
that
woman.
some of y'all like fuck, y'all ain't even
You're not that woman, and
and it's just being real. It's not trying to
yeah, no, it's facts. You not that woman.
be yeah.
Listen, if
It's
if
okay.
I'm man if I'm man enough to say I'm not him yet, I'm becoming him. You should be woman enough to say I'm not her yet, but I'm becoming her. These are, bro. It's we don't think about it, man. When you come from like where we come from, and like I said, I can't speak for you, but man, I'm from the trenches for real. I have never seen a
Facts,
real provider come and love my mama or my sisters.
facts,
I have never seen my sisters be submissive and nurturing. I ain't never seen it. But when I think about what I learned and what I've been seeing, I'm like, man, this shit ain't right. This shit ain't right, bro. I'm steady like running through a million females. Like, that's not cool. At what age do you say I need to hit the pause button and I need to like regather and redirect myself. Because y'all, and I ain't gonna get personal, but y'all know me, man. Y'all know me. Like I done been there, I done done that.
Yeah.
But that's an ego. That's an ego thing. Me having multiple women, that's egotistic.
Yeah.
I can't win like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, in order to become a superior man, to be able to be the right provider, I seen some dudes say, oh yeah, what if I provide, give her all my money out and leave me with nothing? This don't apply to you, buddy.
Yeah.
Because if you a real man, why would you put yourself in that position?
I
I
agree.
could tell you right
I
now,
agree.
if
But
God, if God, if God was to come down,
yeah.
if God was to come down and bless you with $1 million a year,
Mm.
you would easily have no problem with being a provider. Why? Because you know financially you got it.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
thing is I want to motivate niggas to think outside the box. You thinking about your day job and that they not paying you enough. Get out of that mentality. Go and figure it out. Go and get on Google.
Yeah.
Go get you a company. And once you go and figure that out, find a female that's gonna be able to reinvest into that idea. Because listen, let's just say I'm a barber. Speaking of barbers, man, shout out my guy Chapo Maddox, man. You know what I'm saying? He one got the lineup right tonight. But let's just say I'm a barber and I'm making a decent amount of money
Yeah.
to be able to provide. If I'm looking on the internet, man, I like these clippers. These is nice. If I'm providing,
Yeah.
oh yeah, my woman need to do you want these clippers? Not on some trick, but it's like I'm
You got
reinvesting
the
into
real,
what
yeah,
you
yeah,
already got
yeah,
going.
yeah, all day.
I'm reinvesting to what you. I see you a barber, and I see
Yeah.
you doing good, and I see you are providing. I'm finna reinvest. You keeping all your money. It shouldn't be nothing for you to reinvest into these new clippers, or it shouldn't be nothing for us to have a conversation. Hey, babe,
Yeah.
I got this idea. I think we should get a couple rental properties. If I'm being a sole provider and you're keeping your money from your day job, you should be able to have enough to invest on that property with me.
I agree with that, but you got to look at the terms. Even though, like you said, this is not about you. Like we talk about what you're talking about, but we need to include the masters in this when we say this because it's the masters that's agreeing with you. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of
They
women
not really agreeing with me. They not really agreeing with me. They just like the way it sounds.
they do, but they agreeing with you because that's what they want, but they don't want to accept the fact that's not where they're at. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
not. That's not. That's not. That's not where they at.
yeah, exactly, and that's an issue in this world. It's like somebody told me, like, well, everybody's
Listen,
stuck in delusional, and I'm like, yeah, and that's the fucking problem. Ain't nobody being honest with
that's the
themselves.
problem. Let me tell you the main problem and what I'm saying. Nobody wants to go and do the individual work on themselves.
Facts or don't. Nobody, everybody,
Don't
somebody
nobody want to. When the last time you heard somebody telling you they going to therapy?
rare. It's very rare.
It's rare. When the last time you heard somebody say, you know what, man, I'm finna get in the gym and I need to quit eating bad, or I'm finna consider. When the people do not want to do the work on themselves, and in return, all your insecurities they appear in the people you attract. So when you out here on your little journey and you doing your thing,
We got a
and you
question.
and you, huh?
We got a question.
What's
It
happening?
says, so are you investing into her as well? Or are you just paying the bills? Because if she's pouring into you that way, she just needs to be the same
Listen,
on top of you paying the bill.
I like that question because providing is only a percentage of the job. If you're gonna
Facts.
be a provider, you gotta be there for her emotionally.
Facts.
You gotta support her career too. You gotta love her inside her love language.
Facts.
If you're not doing that, providing means nothing. Women need to be loved a certain way. They need to be talked to a certain way. They need to be catered to a certain way as well. So yes, it don't work. This does not work if you ain't able to do that part. Simple
Yeah.
as that.
Facts. No, real shit though. Everybody do got their own love language. A lot of people ain't aware of
Everybody got their love language. You have
the
to like providing is a small
acts of
portion.
service, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's a
But
small portion.
now,
I'm a
oh shit, I'm forgetting the other half I was gonna say about these motherfuckers. Okay, now for me
they
personally,
lucky they
man,
lucky we not in studio together.
I know, right? This bitch be lit. Yeah. But personally for me, from my experiences, like I ain't gonna count my kids' mother. Like the way it went, like from that I learned from my household, my woman gonna pay something. Like I'm cool with doing majority of the load. Like give me 90, I do 90. All I'm asking you to do is utilities, bullshit. And when you really sit and think about it, equate it to the income of most women, it depends. Like if she making 50, let's say light bill about average about 2, 3, and then you got the
It
water
shouldn't
bill.
be no problem.
Yeah,
Shouldn't be no
exactly.
problem.
Like, and I feel like when people speak on this type of subject, they forget that part. Like, people are real live
But
going in on utilities
but
and
you
shit like that. You know what
but
I'm saying?
you wanna know what's so misconstrued about my message? I never said that it wasn't okay for a woman to pay nothing.
Right, first.
I didn't say that it's wrong for a woman to go 50-50 with her guy. I never shunned that at all. All I said was I want to be the sole provider. I don't want to go 50-50. I want to take care of the house.
And
That didn't
Sherman,
say that don't mean I never said nothing about I done went 50-50 before. I don't want to do that. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because I want to focus on myself to where I put myself in a major position to where I
right.
don't even have to go 50-50. So when my wife meet me, what are we going what we do? I'm set. I done found my niche. I done found my money maker. I'm making money. That's why I don't want to go 50-50. Because I want to focus so much on me that I want to be able to meet that superior woman. Not saying I haven't and not saying I have. That's some personal stuff, you know?
Right.
But what I'm saying is when that time comes, hey, this is what I bring to the table. I'm a provider. Not only am I a provider, I'm gonna love you in your love language. I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna be a real man to you.
Right.
But you're gonna be that same. You're gonna be that in return. You know what I'm saying? We ain't just doing this for no anybody. That's why I told these people. I was seeing people. I'm like, bro, you need to go heal. You don't need to be worried about this status.
Yeah.
You don't need to be. You don't need to be worried about what I'm posting. You need to be going to heal right now
Right. Thanks.
because a fully healed man
I agree.
that's at the best version of if you fully healed and you the best version of you and you're making 1% type of money, providing is not gonna be a issue for you. The only issue you gonna think about when you in that position is who I'm providing for.
But I'm gonna be real with you. We gotta be realistic on that 1%. That 1% is an astonishing number
See,
that the people are making.
and
I
that's the
don't
problem I'm having. I'm
I'm gonna
having.
be. I don't think I'm gonna
Why
be
y'all
that.
think y'all why y'all think y'all can't accomplish that?
I'm just being realistic, yo. I don't think I'm gonna be there in that 1%. I don't. Do I think I'm gonna make good money and be able to provide for a whole family? Yes, I'm almost there
It
myself. Like,
it
but
don't gotta be the 1%. You don't want to be able to make you
I don't.
don't
But
think
I'm
it's
saying though, like that 1% is a big key because that's
200K a
what a lot
year.
of people. That's what a lot of people focus on in their dreams to have. Cause just off of how social media portray it, like to have a mansion, motherfuckers want that foreign car, this and that,
I
and
mean,
they're not even realizing shit. A F-150 fully loaded costs just as much as some of these foreigns you want. The motherfucking $300 house that's out there by Sugar Hill, Dogwood, and shit is just as nice as these mansions you looking at. But people ain't being realistic. Like they not. They in a far fetched area in life where they
I'm
want
gonna
to be
listen.
who they see on TV. And
Hey,
the realistic part is everybody ain't gonna be that person.
I'm gonna tell you why they not being realistic. Cause they don't got a plan to accomplish those goals. You got to have a plan, man. You cannot just say, I want to have this house. And you got to have a plan. When you got a plan, we all got dreams. When you got a plan, your plan transfer that dream into an actual sustainable idea. For instance, if I have, listen, I'm finna tell you my plan. Let's just say I'm day trading, right? Let's just say I put $1,000 in my account. If I make 2% a day for a year, if you 2% a day for a year, oh my goodness, that's 6 figures.
Yep.
And it's up to y'all to go do the math. I'm not gonna do the math for you. Get your calculator out and go do 2% a day to $1,000. And you tell me what number they come up with. I trade. So I know what it means to make 2%. 2% a day, I'm a 6-figure nigga. So I got a plan. So when I'm speaking of these things, it's because I know it's real. I'm speaking from a realistic standpoint. It's niggas that work at Wingstop who getting mad at me, bro. You work at Wingstop, and I'm not mad at you and knocking you for it, but you not gonna be able to do that working at Wingstop.
It's
That's
just
to challenge you to go and figure it
hey,
out.
like it depends
That's
on how you live in your means. You know,
yeah, but let's
but
now we being
I know what
realistic.
you're saying. Like it's not
Buddy,
like
you're not paying for you're not paying for a house working at being a cook at Wingstop. It's gonna be hard. I'm gonna tell you that.
it's a
I'm gonna
challenge,
tell
but
you that. The goal is to get away from what I'm trying to ignite, especially in black men, is to light that fire of figuring it out and going and find it. Now I can't find it for you. I can just plant the seed. I can definitely plant the seed though.
and see part of the reason for this podcast, I want to be able to shine light on different shit because like our community, we don't know,
We
you know
don't
what I'm
know about investing.
saying? And I get tired of the fact
We
that
don't.
people say the game is to be sold, not told. Like,
It's
yo,
not. It's not.
we already behind, bro. It ain't no
Y'all
need
already behind.
selling this shit to our own people. You ain't finna go sell it to the other side for the same fucking price. You gonna be like, oh shit, man, I got you, man. I'm charging you this much, though. Like, shit, you ain't gonna do that. Like, and so why you charging your people, bro? You need free game to get ahead.
But a lot of if you think from a selfish standpoint, they think that free game, they feel like it's costing them, and it's like it's not, because
No, it's not. You can
if
sit
you
there.
invest into the right person
Right.
and they go make it bigger than you, you do realize that come back to you tenfold.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
it's like
that's
if I'm
what I feel when I give people free game about shit. I be like, bro, if I get blessed from it, I get blessed from it. If I don't, oh well. At least I know shit. It's one less person I got to worry about. And
but
problem.
but
Shit like,
think about you arguing blessed from it. You putting somebody on. What bigger blessing than it is?
yeah, it's a good feeling.
What bigger blessing is than putting somebody on?
Thanks.
That's the blessing.
All day.
You just expose somebody to something that helped them change their life around. And yeah, they might go and make 10 million off of something that you was making 1,000 with. It don't matter. You
Yeah.
expose them to it. That's the blessing right there.
Thanks. I agree with you on
That's
that.
the blessing right there. But man, I always try to say, man, I just want people, cause me, I don't never set goals for myself that I don't think I can get. Like when I talk about this type of stuff, man, I talk about it because I know it's possible. I know it's people out there living like that. It's real men who are out there providing 100%,
This shit.
but they have a woman that's reinvesting into them. These men coming home to peace.
Right.
They don't gotta. Now I ain't gonna lie. Every relationship have its problem.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that the problems disappear, but what I'm saying is, I rather deal with my problems that way than deal with them dealing with poverty or dealing with toxic. I don't
Yeah.
want to deal with no more poverty and no more toxic problems within a relationship, and I'm not. I made up my mind I'm not. But it's people living like that, bro. You got to think, man. There's people coming home every day making six figures, got a beautiful, superior woman that's reinvesting into the career. She making money. She benefiting off of it. Whether they got a beautiful family, bro, it's very possible. But we live in a small city, and a lot of people tend to take on a small city mentality. And
Sometimes, yeah.
I don't understand that. Your favorite rapper living the dream life. Your favorite ball player living like that. Why don't you think it's possible? Open your mind up. If I offended you, go work harder. Simple. I'm looking at the man in the mirror. I ain't gonna lie, when I first heard this concept, I did not get offended. I'm a real nigga and I'm able to take accountability. When I first heard the concept of a superior man
Mm-hmm.
and I heard how he move, what he do, and what he attract,
Yeah.
you know what I told myself? I said, Tiki, you gotta work harder. I said, Tiki, you gotta, I said, Tiki, you gotta figure it out. But I didn't make no excuse. I didn't look at my bank account and say that I couldn't be that. I didn't look at none of the bad things I done ever done and say that I couldn't be that. All I said was I got some work to do. And a lot of people pointing the finger and saying this and that. You just got some work to do. That's really what it is. You just got to put the work in. And it's hard if you lazy, but if you really want something for yourself, it comes second nature. We work over here, man.
Thanks. I agree with you. And I think part of it is too how men value their money. I ain't gonna lie, I love my fucking money. I love my money. I work hard. Like I tell people, I put blood, sweat, and tears in this shit for me to get it. And so it's not easy for me to part ways, especially if I can't see the value of what you're trying to give me. Because a lot of people portray it like, oh, I'm gonna cook for you, give you some this and that. Like that ain't enough though. It's just not enough at all. And then on top of that, people just saying,
You don't want your woman cooking for you?
yeah, I want to cook it for. Honestly, on some real shit, bro. On some real shit. Nowadays, I used to care about that because that's what I grew up seeing. But at the same time, I don't give a fuck about that. I rather a woman. I
Why
rather
not? Why
cause
not?
cause I can cook myself. We go buy food.
Listen,
All
I
this and that.
understand that. Why not come home to a home cooked meal from your woman and the clothes washed and folded and the house clean? Why not?
That's
I know
cool.
you can do it for yourself.
I just ain't crazy. I just ain't crazy about it. You know what I'm saying? Not no more. Because I look at other places I need you to be. Like I need you emotionally available for me because I'm in tune with my emotions and I'm emotionally intelligent enough to know how I feel and I just want to be able to feel love. You know what I'm saying? Like yes, I like
But
them.
if you leading and providing right, you will have and you got good judgment, you will have that in whatever woman you decide to take on that journey with. If
Fact.
you don't if you don't have that woman, then you judge wrong. But again, it goes back to personal individual healing. Once you get to a certain degree, you're not gonna make that wrong decision of picking the wrong one. If you still picking the wrong one, you still gotta put more work in.
Continue to say
You
yes.
still picking the wrong lover, you
Agree.
still got more work to do. And that's all I'm saying. You still got more work to do. Because and that's okay too, because we supposed to pick the we know because we learn from that. We learn from that. But it get to a certain space to where I know I picked the right woman because I didn't put the individual work in. So it really ain't even about see, I see what you saying.
Yeah.
I could do all this and it could still fail. But I'm telling you, if you heal, and that's not facts, because if you heal and you put the individual work in, man, and you learn from everything that you done been through, good and bad. I just don't see no high value superior man picking the wrong woman. I feel like you done it too much to keep doing it.
I don't think it's the fact they picked the wrong women. You could be high tier man and still pick the wrong woman. It's just
You can't hack, but how? How
because
can you say you a high tier man and you still picking the wrong? You can't say that.
a lot
You
of people
cannot
ain't.
say that.
A lot of people can't read energy like that and be able to pick somebody wise.
If you can't read that type of energy, then you have to go back to the drawing board
You
so
do.
that you don't make those mistakes no more.
You do. But in
You
reality,
you
ain't nobody waiting till they're 100%. Ain't nobody waiting till
you
they're
ain't got to be 100%, but you do have to be at a certain percentage to where we can get something off the ground.
facts, facts.
I'm not asking for 100. We probably never be 100%. We so
Nah,
damn. We done seen
honestly,
so
you
much in
never
our life. I don't even know if we will ever see 100%. But you have to be of a percentage where I can take and work with it, and I can give you something to work with. But
agree.
I don't. I just don't see. I don't see no high value superior man who done put the work in on himself picking the wrong woman no more. I just don't see it. And if you are doing it, you got more
Now,
work to put in as a
there's a
man.
lot of facades in this fucking world and shit. That's the only way I can see it. But like a top tier man like that,
I can't see
gonna
it.
go pick. I'm not gonna go pick Keisha at the motherfucking Burger King. Nah, hell no, not at all. Now maybe Keisha in the law
No
firm.
disrespect to Keisha's at the Burger Kings.
No disrespect, but I might pick Nisha at the law firm just
Come on,
because the
man.
aesthetics of her look good, like law firm job, this and that. But that don't mean she's
It
the
don't.
right
It
person
don't.
still because she
Yeah,
could be
yeah.
you
Cause
know what I'm saying?
she could definitely be on her job as far as career. She on her. She doing her. She popping her stuff. This
Yeah,
don't equate to her being able to treat a man right. This
facts.
don't her having good money, her having a successful career. It don't equate to her being a good lover, and vice versa for his man.
That's why
I
I
don't care how
said
much money.
that's why I say I don't care about the cooking part because in our community and all over the world, pretty much, we done associated cooking with your man, cooking for your man, and all this and that. Like it's the only
But
way to
you want to
please.
know why I say stuff like that? I say stuff like that because it's relatable.
It
Because
is.
if you know me,
I agree.
because I cook. Hey, I throw
Yeah,
down. I really much not rather my woman cook because I got a real love for cooking. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I got a disabled mother. So I was thrust into that role of cooking anyway, but I happen to love it. I
right.
just say stuff like
Yeah,
cooking and cleaning and cleaning and cook. But I say stuff like that because it's more relatable. I don't really think about gender roles. Oh, the woman cook, the man take the trash out. Hey, I say whatever work for y'all.
now,
But most
hold up.
definitely, if you a man,
Question for us. He said, but if Keisha at BK is working and has the mentality and working towards her goal to move on and level up and better herself in all aspects, I and I made a post about that the other day. Now I agree with that, Woody. I agree with that. It depends. It depends. I can't deal with Keisha that
nah.
ain't to do shit at
Keisha gotta
all.
make it work. Keisha gotta make it
Burger
work.
King is her ceiling. If Burger King is her ceiling, I can't do shit with that.
Facts,
But
facts,
if Burger
facts.
King is just a stepping stone to more, yes, I can work with that. I can work with
Yeah.
that all fucking day. But Keisha that's gonna be at Burger King for 30 fucking years and just want to be employed and not GM, I can't do nothing with
Hey, this ain't for Keisha that's stuck at Burger King. This ain't for her. And I agree with you on that. It ain't about because when the way I
that.
think,
I
it
agree
ain't about where you start. It's about where you
how you finish.
finish it.
Yeah,
I don't care if you work at Burger King right now. Come holler at me when you put the work in, and I'm gonna holler at you when I put the work in.
but
You know, because essentially I'm just Xavier from Wadley Hospital, and I ain't to downplay that because I play a pivotal role in society. I'm helping saving lives. Not that that mean this or not that that mean that,
but
but I'm just saying though. I don't care what your vision is. All I care about are you able to can you get it done?
but
Cause I'm at the age where I'm not building up. I'm not helping you heal. You
you
shouldn't be helping me heal.
know,
We coming into this already knowing, you know what I'm saying? We not doing it. You're not my daughter. I'm not your son. We're gonna
well,
approach it from a healthy standpoint.
on me, you right. You hitting on
We're
that.
gonna
How I feel about it. Like just straight
we
up.
talking about something now.
I got kids. Like like, 'cause I understand reinvesting in a woman, but the way they
Yeah.
say it and put it is not really reinvest. You want me to trick off on you?
No,
Now,
no, no. We're not saving. No, we're not saving you. We
yeah,
matching
exactly.
your
But that's
energy.
the way they put it. That's the way certain women put it and label it. Like they saying, "Yo, reinvest in me," but the reinvesting in you is really
No,
saving you, and that's not.
no,
No, I'm not gonna do
no.
that.
That's definitely not what it is. You not saving nobody. You should already be saved before we meet.
Exactly. It's
What
no
am I?
reason you should be hitting me up every day asking for X, Y, and Z, and you're actively trying to get your shit together. It don't make sense. For one, you
It
live
don't make sense. But
on your means. For
I
two,
will say this. I will
what?
say this though, because like I said, my theory is get yourself together, young brother. Get yourself together, young woman, and y'all meet at the top. But
Yeah.
I am not opposed to somebody going on that journey with you. If you find somebody that's gonna go on that journey with you as you fix yourself, I'm all for it. But you gotta really know if they really on a journey with you. You know what I'm saying? And that's a topic for another day. And I got something for that, but I'm not opposed to somebody assisting you on your journey if it's genuine and if they know how to assist you.
Keyword genuine. I'm
If it's
big on
genuine,
I'm big
if
on
it's genuine,
being mutual. You know what I'm saying? If we gonna
yeah,
do, I know you ain't 100%. I ain't 100%. But if we gonna do this, we gonna get each other to 100%. That way we
we're
both
gonna
can
get each other.
at
I
100.
support that.
Yeah,
I support that. But in the meantime, if you don't got that type of partner, go
yeah,
work on yourself.
thanks.
Go
Okay,
get in the gym, go to therapy, go to church, go find a trade where you can make lots of money from.
money. Yeah,
Boss your life up.
thanks.
And once you do that, you'll be able to relate to what I'm saying. And if you offended, that just means you're not going hard enough in life, man. Like I done been offended by a lot of truths, but I'm a real man. I took it in stride. I remember my own mother told me the mistakes I made in my last relationship. She said, Zay, you just wasn't real enough. And that's a subject. That's also another subject for another day. And I was like, but mom, I thought I was. She like, nah, you should have boom. And not even just her. I had mentors tell me, no, it's a lot of things. Like I said, I'm not taking the boatload. It take two to tango now.
Right, right.
I ain't saying I'm the reason. I ain't saying she the reason. I'm just taking accountability for the part I played. And when I heard what I was doing wrong from an outside perspective, I really didn't like it. But if you real, then you able to identify with what you doing wrong. And I say, yeah, I
Yeah.
did do that wrong.
Nah, because that's the way I feel about it for myself. For me, I do a lot of self reflecting and shit, like meditation and shit within my own self and shit. And I look at so many different relationships and shit. Like with my kid's mother, my ego was fucked up. I ain't gonna lie, my ego was fucked up. I paid all the bills. You couldn't tell me shit, and I couldn't find the value in her to understand like what the fuck I got
Cause
you
you
doing.
was too, yeah.
Yeah, I'm too much on my high horse. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of the reason why I said I would never just pay all the bills. I would let her pay something so she can have a responsibility. That way, her say so can be a part of it. You know what I'm saying?
But I don't think just cause you pay all the bills that you can still pay all the bills and still give her a say so and things.
You can, but niggas, honestly, we get a fucked up ego sometimes. Your ego got to be in check, right?
This ain't for them then. I'm gonna
It,
keep saying it.
it's just something to touch on light, like, cause
This ain't for them, man. If your ego needs to be in check, then you still got some growing and some self-reflecting to do if you still have to check your ego. I'm not saying put your ego out. Ego is not always bad. Ego is
man, it's
good
not.
in a lot of
It's not.
situations. But it shouldn't come between the way you look at your woman. Just because you paying all the bills and because I'm gonna tell you what that's gonna create. And I ain't speaking for you.
Yeah.
I know a lot of niggas who done paid all the bills and they felt like they had some type of power over the woman because
Yeah,
he
it
paid
really
all the bills.
fucks
And
the
it's like,
power.
bro,
It
it's
really
like,
do.
bro, you it's like, bro, you gotta humble yourself. You still gotta love her. You still
Got
gotta
to.
respect her. You still gotta be loyal. You think paying all the bills and providing make you huncho? It don't. You
Yeah.
supposed to provide. Think about back in the days before society became what it was when we was cavemen. The caveman was going out in the woods,
Go
hunting
kill.
down
Bring
stuff,
it back.
bringing it back
Yeah.
home. That's
Facts.
providing.
Facts.
Nothing has changed other than the concept that they have replaced that with currency.
Person.
They replaced that what we used to do in the wilderness. They replaced it with currency.
Facts.
You never asked the one, and don't get me wrong, woman probably shoot your eye with a bow and arrow. I'm not putting that past her. But
Yeah.
the men and the sons went out and they hunted.
Yeah.
That's providing.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
brought it back home, chopped it up. The
My thing
woman
is,
cooked it.
you gotta be willing to provide for it, cause you know I dated women where like I can't see myself spending a dime on you, like type shit. Like it's gotta be a want for you as a man
It's,
to want to do. Like I wanted to do it cause my kid and shit, but after certain things took
no,
place, and shit,
that's
I ain't
no.
want to
That's
go.
not. That's not even good enough. That's not even good enough. You got to be in a situation to where it's like when you know, you know. It's like
And
I
see,
will give this woman.
that's something I battled with. I didn't know. And now I look at it, I wish I never would have did that. No regrets to my kid or nothing, but I wish I never would have took place in that because you know I can admit where I was
Why?
wrong.
But you, but
Like
you,
you said,
but you learned from that though.
exactly. And now it's more so I know what I want to deal with, what I will accept, what I'm cool with, and all that shit. It's just the honest to God truth. Like, cause I can speak for a lot of niggas that's baby daddies and shit. Just because you leave your baby mama don't make you a bad person or anything like that. It's just sometimes when things go
It just
wrong,
don't work.
yeah, for you to realize what it is you
Yeah.
want, what you need,
But
and everything else. You know what I'm saying?
me personally, man, I don't think that it's a situation you should regret. Cause I feel like if you didn't go through that, you wouldn't know what
Yeah,
you know now.
no, I don't regret it or nothing. It just I,
Hey,
I
man,
should have left the
in
first
the
place.
Bible it say count it all joy.
Yeah,
So I just
fact.
count it all joy at this point.
Fact.
Whether it hurt to get it or whether
Yeah,
but I'm definitely out here, man. I'm putting in the work and you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's one more thing I want to speak on before we get off.
bet.
You know what I'm saying? It was people saying, are you living like that? Are you a provider? Are you such and such?
Yeah,
And I get it, man. I get it. Cause if you got some people, they got the mentality of, why should I listen to you if you're not living in that life?
I
Cause you
agree.
got to think. I'm telling you, I'm telling you a vision of what I aspire to be. I'm
Yeah,
just giving it to you ahead of time. And that's kind of sort of like if you see a young man playing basketball, he good, he in high school, he got all the recruits,
yeah,
but he not in the NBA yet. Would you tear him down? No, you gonna motivate him. Hey, bro, keep hooping, keep putting your work in. What's the what? But you don't actually. He not in the NBA yet,
yeah,
but you still motivating him because that's you know
yeah.
it's the same with me. Do I actually have to live like that for you to, or you gonna tear me down because you taking it personal?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't take a personal jab at me
I mean, a lot of people
because I'm
can't
giving you something to aspire to.
critique like that. A lot of people can't. I mean, they just can't. It's just the honest to God truth. You know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't take a don't
I
take a
think it's-
personal jab because I'm giving you something to us. I feel like, bro, there's no feeling better in the world than me making fucking 500K a year to 1 million a year, providing for my woman,
yeah,
providing for my family, providing for somebody that I know. If I say, babe, jump, she gonna say how high. If I say, babe, I want to be a firefighter, 3 days later, she done went and got a firefighter booklet.
yeah,
If I say, babe, I want to do music, 3 days later, she done said, I found the studio. If I say, babe, I think I want to be a chef. 3 days later, she said, babe, I know I didn't looked up 10 culinary schools for you. That's what I'm getting at, man. finding being equally yoked with somebody so that you can be a provider. It's hard to provide for a toxic woman. I don't condone it.
It
This
is.
ain't for
Very
them.
much so is. It
This
very
is
much
this
so.
is for people who want to be married.
Yeah.
This is for people who found their soulmate, who know without a doubt that this is the one. Those are the people you become that provider for, and in return, she gonna take what you get and multiply it, man. You give a woman food, she gonna give you a meal. You
Facts.
give
Yeah.
her,
Yeah.
you know, you give her a house, she gonna turn it into a home.
Oh, yep. Yeah,
You
that's
give her an idea, and she gonna turn it into a career.
facts.
That's the thing that I'm getting at, and people haven't met these people, so it offend them. You got niggas sleeping on their baby
There's a
mother
lot of them.
couch.
There's a lot of them. I guess you
You
would
got,
have to awaken that in certain women, and certain women just ain't there to
bro,
awaken. You know?
you got niggas sleeping on a baby mother couch, mad at the world. Brother, this don't apply to you. Go fix your life, get off her couch, and go boss up. This don't apply to you.
Like,
And I feel like a lot of people, they looked at their personal situation and took what I said and they applied it to how they personally, they looked at their bank account and seen that they can't provide and got mad at me for what I said. No,
right,
brother, that is not what this is for. Go boss your life up. Then come holler at me. And I bet you have a different perspective. Because if I'm getting $1 million a year right now, baby, it ain't enough for me to provide for you.
right,
And it
right.
don't even take $1 million a year to do that. I'm
You know,
just,
I think
I'm
the
just
number,
talking out my neck right
I think
now.
the average number of it, if I remember right, it might have changed a little bit now, but it's got to be between 150 to about 200K. In between that threshold is what you actually need.
Cause you gotta consider inflation these
Yeah,
days.
thanks. Yeah, yeah. It might be a little bit more. Yeah, but
It
but
might be a little bit more now.
for all that, it about 130, 140. I think it
Come
was.
on, man. What's wrong with being able to say, I want that for myself versus getting mad at the message?
Yeah, yeah. No,
Because I guarantee you,
I just
let's
feel
just
like,
say, let's just say, and I have no doubt in my mind that you can blow up our podcast.
yeah,
Let's just say Spotify come to you and propose you a deal. We're gonna pay you 20 million. Okay. With that 20 million, you not in the work world no more.
right,
You're not in that matrix rat race.
right,
Now you might say, you know what? I got time to go to the gym. I got time to eat healthy. I got time to hire a chef.
right.
Who's to say that you don't become your best version of yourself in that amount of time and you meet a woman on your level? You got a 20 million Spotify deal. You don't you still gonna, you know what I'm saying? What we doing?
Yeah.
What
I
we
say,
doing?
yeah,
It's gonna be easy. It's gonna be easy for you to be a provider.
yeah, yeah.
But we live in a generation where niggas looking at their Wingstop checks and they looking at their Sterno checks and they like, I can't. It's like, hold on now. I don't know why Sterno caught a straight jab like that. Cause I know some managers at Sterno getting it in, but niggas looking at their McDonald's checks and shit,
yeah.
and they saying I can't provide. And it's that this is not for you to look at your current situation
It
and
be
doubt
man.
yourself.
Yeah, no. You can always make
This
it.
is for you to look at your current situation and say, I need to be a better man.
I mean, I'm tell people straight up. Yo, I started at 725 at Walmart, bro. 725, bro. Real
Hey, you
shit.
gotta start somewhere, man.
Yeah, like I done been there. Like I done
Gotta
worked
start somewhere.
temp jobs, all that shit like that, bro. I done did all that. And
It
shit,
ain't
and
about what how it
yeah,
ain't about where you start.
yeah, about how you
It's
feel.
about it's about how you finish, man. We done all started. We all got those type of stories.
Yeah,
Some people gave up along the way.
yeah.
And you know,
You just gotta find that
I just
few.
I just don't want niggas. I don't really care what niggas think, but I don't want the message to be
Yeah,
that
fact. I agree with you, bro.
pay all her bills and let her chill.
Nah,
That is
hell,
not what this is, brother.
nah,
That
nah.
is not what this is.
I agree with you, bro. But shit, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up, man. It's been a pleasure to have you, man.
I'm
Also,
glad to have. Hey, we didn't got an hour.
Yeah, hour 22. Well, really a little bit shorter, but it's been an hour for sure. I know. 'Cause I started a little bit earlier here. And so yeah,
I could do this for a living, man.
yeah.
Oh,
But
I
anyway,
was late. My bad.
thank y'all for tapping in with Million Minds. If you didn't get to watch it, the video will be on YouTube, on the page. Shout out to my boy Ticket. He got to clear up everything he wanted to say, you know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, my boy said he want to get into podcasts. And so he gonna have that coming soon. Be looking for it. Fuck with him when you get his up going everything. And if you ever need some help with it, you know, anything you need to know, just holler at me. I got you.
Hey, man, you know I'm coming with a lot of questions, man. All I need, you know what I'm saying? You know I'm open-minded, so
Hey,
I'm a sponge at this point.
I'm telling you, shoot, ain't no wrong with it, brother. And shit, I'm gonna get with you, bro. See you around in
Hey,
town. You
man,
know what I'm saying, man?
it's all love, man.
Already, bro.
Already.
Cláudia é foda, né?